Around the start, Leo can't really do much in it. Oh! It's Goodfellas, Patriarch, Panda here, and I thought I would do another tournament rundown, like watching thing like we did last time with Andross, but this time with a focus on an amazing French player being Patachu. Absolutely an amazing Kiske. I think he's like one of the best on that character, not gonna lie, without a doubt. And Andross was in this bracket with a lot of the really good killers up in Mixup. I wanted to cover this ages ago, but as you can tell, I was working on my Taker video, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I'm a little tempted to run Blaze Blue brackets, but I'm gonna have to get educated on the format and all that before that's even announced. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's watch Patachu's run, starting from winner semis, to which they fought Soap Eater and another amazing player on the Johnny. So I want to cover this like ages ago, man. I also see the orange sponsor there. That's for this tournament, by the way. I'm not sponsored by anything besides the Star Trek thing I'm doing. But yeah, we've got Patachu and Soap Eater fighting each other, right? Two amazing players. On commentary, you've got Jonesy and C4. Absolutely love the hell out of them. C4 a bit of the mentor, I suppose, and Jonesy, absolute wordsmith. Every time I work with him, I'm enamored, right? But in terms of gameplay, Patachu, pretty nasty Kiske. I don't know why they made him Spanish though. Peculiar. The Soap Eater, alright, striking back, getting the first round. And the curious thing is, I already know the result going into this one. So that means I get to be more like, what got them to the point that they're at right now? You know, that's the difference between like the last time where I didn't know Andross was gonna win or not. This time I do know. So it's peculiar indeed, but this is quite a nice 2H into Ride the Lightning. Solid pickup. Obviously a very easy go-to for Sin, right? Sin's Ride the Lightning is very consistent for a wall break. That's a good safe jump, and I think Soap Eater try to go for a super PRC. Missed the input, and now they're getting punished for it. And again, Patachu went for the safe jump again, actually gets a super PRC on point that time. That's allowing Soap Eater fight their way out. Both have a bar. Yeah, YRC being represented. This is the tournament without the YRC bug, right? The YRC bug is gone, I believe, at this point. Hey. Oh, but that's unfortunate. Baits the super though, but has another bar, so Peter's clever on it, gets the throw, turns it about, has the card pop, able to get it with the overhead misfiner. Not enough to kill. Sin's fairly healthy. You're not going to be able to kill him with an single that. What a far slash, getting the kill. So far, I would say Patachu is playing a bit of a chill game. They're like okay with losing a round or two, but so far it's like if I lose an interaction, that's cool. I can steal it back and play in Sin, and they're well aware of that. You're really seeing that if they're incorrect, they're cool to just keep going. Right, you're already seeing it from the get-go. Their game plan is already pretty good, and that's a nice meaty 6k. Soap Eater did not represent super that time. And Patachu thinking that they were going to go for super PRC. I believe 6k can beat it because how active it is. And I think that was the idea. But Soap Eater was able to turn the tides a wee bit, get the super here. Now Patachu has to essentially guess what burst on this next interaction, because Johnny can kill here, right? So it's all about, do I use my meter, do I use my burst? It goes for the backdash. Fairly risky play, but it works out for Patachu. But they're not in a good situation, as they saw. They lost a ton of screen space, and that's allowed Soap Eater to run corner pressure now. Good patience. Oh my god, that backdash into the bar slash whip punish. Yeah, Patachu's on it. Yeah, that was just a very good match from Patachu. Yeah, you can't even deny it. So far, there's a lot of good back and forth between the two. But so far, the backdashes and the way Patachu's been placing those far slashes into Johnny, no less, it's not easy to do as Sin. Have truly been the deciding factor so far. I keep saying words a lot. I've noticed that. I've been without a backpack. I kind of word sandwich a lot. Try to get better at it. Good punish from Soap Eater. Able to cash out with the super. I quite like this. Just chased. That's all he did that round, because they saw in the previous game the Patachu was using a ton of backdashes. So for Soap Eater to go for like a good chase there was just the plan. It was just the plan. This is an amazing pickup. Nice. Representing the Sun Dipper. Remember, we can't call it its name. Demonetization and all that. PRC, 2k. Decent pickup, but had to give it up, and just like that, Soap Eater able to turn around, Back to mid screen, using Wild Assault, nasty 2S pickup, and because it's a counter hit, you're able to get some solid damage with that risk, and then you send them through the wall with the super. A good optimization from Saltpeter, honestly. I'm gonna fight these players on multiple occasions. Patachu is still undefeated for me. Cannot beat him. Cannot beat him. Same with Saltpeter. The best that I've done is been able to take a game or two. That's it. That's it in a bracket. These two are genuinely difficult opponents, and if they're going to VSF, oh lord. I can feel the pressure. Good throw. The card is in place. Gets the lobe. Gets the burst. Okay. Saltpeter with an immaculate card pop. I wanna go back to that actually. Throat burst is about to be in play. Close slash card pop. Aye. So what happened there? Patachu, they delayed their burst, right? And because of that, that gives Johnny an open window to burst bait on the card pop. Because on the pop, Johnny's kind of recovered from the misfind at this point. That allows for the punish. So Saltpeter played very well into the resources, read Patachu's resources, and just strike back. It was clever. Next game, we're tied 1 apiece, and the round start is a bit more aggressive from Patachu. Decided to back up, go straight into Sun Dipper, and that's allowed them to steal so much momentum. Bait burst, and I can only see them winning this round. You've got so much momentum on your side, there's no way Patachu can lose this round. It can turn about, don't get me wrong, but I just don't see Patachu losing this. You've got the meter, you've got the burst, Saltpeter's on the offensive, sure, but you're sitting on a DP. Use his burst. Oh, okay, Saltpeter might be gapping a little bit, not gonna lie. Really good vault deal on that 2S. And now with the supers, Jay's in chat and all that, you know what I mean? Love it. Sends him through, hard knockdown, card pop, into the wake up, right, the lightning. Oh, you backdash, bro! Oh, that's so unfortunate from Saltpeter. They thought they could space it, make it with them punish. But they got the spacing slightly incorrect. And that's costing them, but not so much. They were able to turn the tides. That could have been deadly though. That could have been absolutely deadly for Saltpeter. But they're still in it. Oh god, what a pickup. Yeah, using Wild Assault just absolutely correctly. With Johnny, you've got to represent it as like a ton. It's an insanely good tool for a reason. Good stagger work. Gets the far slash, and with the card, not going to pop. Pops on the low. Able to get the far slash on the trade. That is so unfortunate. Patachu made a pretty decent mash out play, but I'm going to guess Saltpeter had a trade combo already set up on that mash out. So yeah, you fell into their trap a little bit there. Saltpeter's up 2-1. And it makes you wonder, how did Patachu win this? Because it's already looking kind of bro for the man. Yeah, next one. Saltpeter only needs 1. Patachu needs to get 2 wins. And it's not looking easy, as you've seen. Johnny's quite impressive, right? In any matchup where Johnny has better reach than the opponent, and your opponent needs to play a bit of neutral. So for example, someone like Sin, bit of a neutral player type character where it's like they play mid-screen trying to get in. Johnny will just outrange you 9 times out of 10, and then you kind of need to make greedy reads like this with the Sun Dipper. Beautiful 6k on the meaty, even though Saltpeter has a bar, they're not representing it. What an air throw for the chase! Oh, the back throw, and Patachu has a bar to work with. This is actually very nice. You've got the overhead, gets the pickup, doesn't even need the bar, but uses the tyrant rate for the cash out anyway. Aye, that was nice from Patachu. That was very nice. Very, very nice indeed. I like the patience, trying to represent a ton of those peak drivers. Oh no! Clean hit from Saltpeter again. Aye, amazing player. They played in the Pandemonium, where I think we made it a weekly for the first time, and they absolutely showed up. They were an amazing player to watch. Clean connection, close slap. Oh, what a delay! Into the super! Aye, that's nice, that's nice. Patachu only needs 1 hit. Staggering, goes for low. Keep the pressure going. You have another bar, keeps the pressure going yet again. Meter is no longer in place. Saltpeter defended all that pretty immaculately. Placed the jumper. Oh my god! Messed up their throw. That's unfortunate, but Saltpeter still got a bit of an advantage. You're seeing it. They're a bit more confident into this, I would say. It's absurd, like, the level these players get with just how tournament ready they are. Because like I'm gonna pause up. Whenever I play in a tournament, I don't know about everybody else, I feel stressed. There's never a tournament I play in where I'm never stressed out. And every time I watch these top level players, they always like chill. They always like hell, even Andross plays to the crowd, he's like this. I can only play to the crowd if I'm winning. If I'm losing, bro, I'm like this the entire time. I'm like, okay. I'm constantly like freaking out. So I don't get that. These, I don't know, maybe not every player can adapt to a tournament like that. But these players, bro, you can just tell they're always ready. Nice, good close slap. I love the shimmies. Absolutely love the shimmies. Johnny has the ability to shimmy pretty well, so you're gonna see it a lot, and Soapy's just capitalizing, man. It's kind of messed up to think that Johnny, a set play zoner with high-low that's unreactable and solid damage, has an insanely good dash for shimmy play. It is insane. It is insane that they designed that. And now Patachu, up against set point. How did they make this happen? Oh my god, it looks more and more dire as it continues. How did Patachu make this happen? Nice 2k, confirms it, 5k for the pickup into the super, and just like that, Soapy's going to have a very dominant scenario. So, if you've got a bad context, you've seen this tournament 2 weeks ago, how does it happen? Overhead, RC? Hey, peak drivers, they call them there. Air. Playing a bit cool, close slash, staggers. Wow, jump. Very well placed jump against Soapy. Beautiful close slash and air. Oh my god, wait, is this the turnabout? Wait, Tyrant Rave? No, did I get the Tyrant Rave? The 6H, they probably thought they had enough time. Both of them BRC into the throw. Oh my god, the double Luigi. Oh, we love to see it. Oh, we absolutely love to see it. Got a bit of a phone call there, so we have to run it back. Double Luigi. You love to see it. You absolutely love to see it there. But Soapy giving that bar burst up at the start is not a bad idea. It may cost them though. It wasn't a bad idea because you try to get a DP out, right? Because after Wild Assault, a lot of people do a DP mash out, and it was a pretty good idea. But Patachu's absolutely turned the tides. It missed the just frame. That's not like them. That's not like 6k, 2k, staggers, Wild Assault connects. This could be a killing scenario if they could have got the mirror. Good burst, no stamina to capitalize, has the bar, those Soapy's on the offense, and this could be a good sweeping situation for Patachu if they could just stagger in and get a clean hit. Oh, what an air throw, and bro pops off. Yo, you see that, bro? Bro's like banging the jet. Oh, get in. Yeah, now that we're in the analytical part, I've got to say, jeez, what a set. What a set. Going down to game 5, you can feel the stress to it a lot. And the gameplay was constantly adapting. It was going from like backdash chasing in the second and third match to all of a sudden Patachu and Soapy are not really doing that as much. Going for more like kinda like read plays, right? It's no longer backdash chasing in neutral. It's more like I'm gonna go for a Sun Dipper to go on their far slash, or I'm gonna go for a Vault Deal to beat a 2S. And you saw that constantly change up from catching backdashes in neutral to catching aggressive plays in neutral. And that was constantly being changed up. But the thing is, Patachu at the end there didn't change up the playstyle. You'll notice that they went super aggressive in that last part. And I think that was the deciding factor that was allowed Patachu to kind of take it in this final game, final round scenario. So yeah, my god, what an ending to that set. And you're probably wondering, well, what happens in Winners Finals? But before heading into Winners Finals, I've got a treat for you. And that is the Losers Quarters set between Crillou and Andross, aka top 2 EU Potemkins within our region. Of course, I'm excluded because of content creator reasons and commentator reasons. I can't keep up, fellas. This is gonna be a killer set. Potemkin versus Potemkin. Now, I can only show you the journey that Andross is going through in this bracket. Earlier on, they fought Daisenolgist, solid happy chaos main, did insanely well into Andross, so that shows you how experienced they are in the in the HC Potemkin matchup. But in this one, it's Crillou versus Andross. Potemkin v Potemkin. We've all seen it a gajillion times. We all love it. We love watching the mirror. So, yeah, a little bit of a treat indeed. Crillou absolutely loved the fella, same with Andross. But Andross, I would say, definitely my goal. Love this guy to death. Whoa! I didn't know you can confirm that. That's insane. That's actually insane. But good pickup here from Crillou, representing the Kara backs. Take me back to 2024. What a Kara pop buster. Andross has 2 bars a meter. Could represent a heavenly PRC anytime or some type of... Oh, that's insanity. Why is man too optimal? How does he do it? How does he do it, bro? He's way too optimal. This man is too optimal, bro. Someone put the optimal cuffs on him, bro. You can't be allowed to do this. But yeah, a neat thing. Back in the day, I don't know if this is still true. Andross used to talk about the mirror, right? He doesn't like it. He's not a fan of it. He says that he could lose to most Potemkins in the mirror. I was like, really? But taking a look at how he's doing in this tournament, I don't know if that still rings true, to be fair. I really don't know if that rings true, to be fair, because Krillou's getting sent through the wall for a nasty kill. And Andross adjusting his neck like it's fucking Tuesday, my man. Jesus. And into it. Right back into it. Crillou down 1. Andross up 1. Andross is not blue. The other one is blue. I love it when production are really like trying their best to be, oh my god, because it reminds me of me trying to be on it during Pandemonium. Right, I've been here, I know what this is like. It's an absolute pain in the ass, bro. Because EU players are too quick, they just want to play, man. They just want to play. Good offense, went for the high-low. That was very cheeky from Crillou, but the fact that Andross jumped twice, kinda insanity. I didn't think they were going to be doing that. Good approach for the hammerfall, using the BRC to stay safe, keep the pressure going. Good blocks from Crillou, but at the end of the day, you can only block jump for so long! And Andross gets a clean connection. What a beautiful hit. Not enough to kill, but the bar there should certainly even things up. Mega Fist, 6p. That's rough. Either they went for a 6p or Pop Buster. Pop Buster would have lost there, but if they went for a 6p, they would have bet something like a Far Slash or 5p or a 5h, which is not a bad idea. Sometimes that's represented after a Mega Fist. So, you know, that makes sense. That does make sense to go for, but unfortunately. Nice, big slate hit. 6k on the approach. Went for the Potemkin Buster. I don't think Andross was expecting that. Probably thinking that he could get a cheeky armor gap in there, considering he went for Hammerfall. Gigantor into overhead, hold the pressure. Oh, Hammerfall! And certainly the deciding factor so far has been how Andross has been utilizing Hammerfall in the matchup. That is, without a doubt, the main deciding factor. That was a burst bait opportunity, but unfortunately just missed it by 1 frame. We've all been there. Oh, slide hit. Wild Assault, yeah, this is a death scenario. Crillou with the back throw though, doesn't give a damn. Garuda, 5k. This is a killing scenario. What a jump. There's no way you guessed Potemkin Buster. No way he guessed Potemkin Buster like that. I'm actually shocked a little bit, if I'm honest. Aye, that was almost reverse shady. Oh my god. Dude, Andross is another monster on Potemkin, bro. Oh my god. Garuda. 5k, solid pickup, goes straight into the Kara Gigantor, the Hammerfall Kara Gigantor. It's clever because you build, I believe, 2 points a meter doing that, so you're being super optimal. And then the OTG, not the OTG, the meaty Garuda getting the kill. Aye, Andross only needs 1 more round. And from what we're seeing, the deciding factor has been those Hammerfalls. He places them so damn well. I'm expecting him to get off one like right here. Well, good Mega Fist. Even changing between Mega Fist and Hammerfall and Slide Head are just the main deciding factors. If you can do that so well in the mirror, you should be able to win it every time. What a backdash! He did. I don't think he's been pop bustered once. Andross has avoided every Potemkin Buster opportunity from Crillou. It's almost like he's cheating. Oh my god. Oh, you're dead. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is it. Crillou unfortunately knocked out, but Andross, my man, looking confident as ever with that 3-0 dub. Jeez Louise. He's too clean. Genuinely too clean, bro. The t-shirt. So I would have to say during intermission, that was kind of brutal, right? Potemkin mirror, it's not easy to play into, right? It can be very difficult. And the main deciding factor was just how much Andross was changing up his defensive options when being in the corner. Fuzzy jumps, locking it out, hammer fall, slide head, 5Ps. It was difficult to call him out because he wasn't sticking to one option. And it's insane to think, I don't think Crillou got a single Potemkin buster in that set. I think they maybe got one at best, but that goes to show how top-notch level defense is in current Guilty Gear. And something as stupid as the Potemkin mirror. I gotta say, big fan, well done for Andross continuing in. He's going to be heading loser semis. We're going to be facing the next opponent, who I think is Neos, a really amazing Leo, man. Absolutely love Neos. Awesome guy. I had to think about the name there. I'm like, who's that? And I'm like, oh yeah, Neos. I met him like once. Sound as hell. Sound as hell. The winners finals, kind of a classic in NA, is a very interesting one. Daisenolgist, amazing French Happy Chaos main, up against Patachu. So Sin HC, you'll see that one a ton in NA brackets. If you've seen a TNS, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, gonna be a very interesting one indeed. That's it. That's gonna be a big one. Winners finals, a classic indeed. And what this matchup comes down to is trying to chase HC before he starts trying to play whip punishment. And it can be very awkward. It can be very, very awkward trying to chase down HC when he's playing that whip punish game plan. As you know, he can whip an attack into shot. In his Sin, that can be fairly hard to catch, but if you do catch it, you're able to cash out insanely well, right? But so far, Daisenolgist looking like the man to beat, are doing so much. What a dash up into the 2P with the BRC, able to get so much off of that in terms of the corner leeway, but the YRC telling you, nah, try to go for the whip into shot, but the backdash is certainly putting in the work for Patachu. Trying to approach again. This is the classic dilemma. You go for Sun Dipper, you can be whiff punished, right? If you try to go for a beat driver, you can try to jump over, or he can whiff shot you. So there's a lot considering the matchup, and you're seeing that Patriarch just aiming to take space rather than try to make some greedy play, and it can be tough to make the call. It can be insanely tough to make the call. Good blocks. Oh, the 6K. Ooh. Gets a beat, try to bait something, either go for a throw or something like that. Oh. Bro. You're seeing why this matchup can be bro, right? In terms of neutral, it just feels like Happy Chaos plays neutral 100 times better than everybody else in the roster. There's no arguments about it. Daisenolgist has a bar, and they're going to use it for BRC over at top 5D, and because of Happy Chaos' shot, that could have been a conversion, so Patachu did actually have to burst there. Nice, good confirm. Daisenolgist looking way too confident in this matchup, without a doubt. There's no arguments about it. It can be hard, man. It genuinely does feel like Happy Chaos plays neutral 100 times better than everybody else in this roster, right? Because not only can you whiff into shot, not only do you have like really good full screen presence, mid screen presence, and up close like good 50-50s, you've also got like YRC to boot, you know, you've also got Wild Assault to occasionally represent. But here's the weakness, Happy Chaos. Bro's made the paper. If you get in, you can delete that health bar, but you've got to make your reads good, right? And that's where the stress comes into fighting HC, is that you work hard, good beak driver, you work insanely hard to get in, right? And then when you do get in, there comes the problem of like, you've got to play tight on offense. You can't give them a gap, and as soon as you do, and it goes wrong for you, you're back to that neutral. And that's why it's so stressful to try again, because as soon as you're in, nothing's guaranteed. You still gotta land a 50-50, and if you're wrong, you might need to deal with it again. It almost feels like how Axel should be, in my opinion. Good burst. Try to play cool. What an anti-air, but no combo because of the burst there. Very well represented for Daisenolgist, as they're able to try and play the zoning neutral, classic to be sure. Shooting away. Thinking about maybe going for an approach. I can sense a cheeky dash up 2K coming. Yeah, there. Look at that. Your boy Panda plays in these terms, he understands the mentalities, but Daisenolgist, what a beat driver. Back into it. Oh, just gets in after the Sun Dipper. Very greedy. Very, very greedy doing that round start, but you know what? I like it. You've got to represent that greed with the caution. If you never represent greed and you only represent caution, that allows Daisenolgist to do whatever they want, right? Go for whiff shot or anything. Alright, I'm back to the recording session. I had to take a quick little break. Ugh, good cash out. Tyrant Rave. It'll get so much damage back into close slash 2k2d. No, sorry, 2k into 6h, but nothing of it. Daisenolgist has turned the tables a little bit. What a jump out from Patachu. Clean read on defense. And that's a, oh my god, what a bombo. Able to turn the tides. Yeah, that's something you gotta love about high level gameplay. The combo situations these players get into are absurd. They all just understand how to combo so absurdly well that the wall is always going to be coming into play. It's crazy. Now imagine that during launch season 3. Terrifying. Terrifying. Wild Assault to break the wall. Orange Wild Assault to break the wall. Jeez Louise. Nice. Gets the 2k. Resets into the throw. I've noticed that's been a very good play from Daisenolgist. Well aware whenever Patachu wants to play cautious, right? And whenever he does play cautious, he does let a dash up 2k, right? And it's been so smartly represented. Good turnabout here from Patachu. Ton of damage dealt. Close slash stagger into the 2h. Beat driver. Oh, what an overhead. Because it was counter hit as well. Easy bombo. Ugh, Patachu. One more to go to set into grand finals. Look at me waiting for Daisenolgist, Neos, or our hero, Andross. Dude, whoever the cameraman is, a genius. Love them. Absolutely love them. I hope it's like someone I actually know. It's just, it turns out like Sea Salty was on cams for no reason. That'd be funny. I would love that. But yeah, heading into this could be a winning point for Patachu. They could totally take it, but who knows, man. Daisenolgist quite a nasty happy chaos. Good DP. Goes for the 2H as a meaty read. Not a bad one indeed. Gets in for the call out, but no meter to work with, so we're back into neutral. But on the positive, with that bonus, look at that, the meter's there. It's right there. He's got plenty of work with. Patriarch can certainly take this round. And with danger coming in, Daisenolgist cannot play to their space, otherwise they're going to lose every resource that they currently have, so they have to get super aggressive. Yeah, you're seeing it, bro. You're seeing it. He's getting caught. Patachu should be able to catch. Oh no. No, can't get anything. Oh, the shimmy. Now, Sen doesn't usually get to shimmy, by the way. Sen does not usually get to shimmy, right? Long backdash. We're talking like 25, 26 frames, something like that. Long backdash. Oi, what an area. Hell, they didn't even have the 6 iframe backdash. It used to be 5 iframe with that amount. I'm like, what? Absurd, but what a cash out. And this is what happens in the HC matchup when the player starts to get about warmed up to it, right? Neutral, still a bit scary, right? But the opportunities to get in start happening a lot more because they mix up their game plan. You're seeing that Patriarch going for round start elk hunts, right? Going for like dash up beat drivers, right? And then delaying themselves at times to try and go for an air play. You gotta love it. Good throw. Beautiful pickup. Able to get a ton of damage off this. This is a bit of a guts crush, so Sen dies there. Sen dies there. The multiple shots all dealing 1 damage. Absurdly strong. Absurdly strong. Nice. Oh, what a throw. Good throw. Good DP. Right back at you, Patachu on the offense. Nice. 2k2d gets the pickup. Went for burst there. Not a bad idea from Patachu. You don't want to go through the wall with burst, so it makes sense to try and use it as early as possible, but it would have been nice to have for maybe a wild assault to get in off of a normal. And you're seeing that certainly costing them. Daisenolgist off to an amazing round as they're just staggering away with these occasional hits here and there, not really cashing out on big damage, but that's the difference. Sen, whenever he does get a clean hit, is cashing out for damage. Look at that, a mirrorless bombo, about like 4 hits, did like 40%. Absurd. Oh, what a DP! The comeback is on. Wild Assault. Very nice. This is what I'm talking about. This is the positives of the early burst. He was able to get it right back for an important wild assault and just staggered the pressure. Bro is sitting in grand finals, waiting for his next opponent. Daisenolgist just knocked out, but he's got a good opportunity. He's sitting in third place right now, guaranteed third, waiting for the opponent between Neos and Andross. So yeah, I've got to say the main deciding factor in that set was just how much Patachu was able to change up his game plan. Constantly going between different options, representing them well enough, and then just having clean defense, representing Hawkbaker on very few occasions. And against HC, can be deadly going for a DP, right? Can be absolutely deadly. But they kind of represent it on the very few occasions where it truly worked out for them. Now Daisenolgist, clever man, played neutral insanely well, went for run up 2Ks, full screen run up 2Ks, well aware opponents playing cautious, I'm going to try play into that. So you were seeing a ton of adaptability, but at the end of the day, one thing you got to consider is the fact that Sin's going to cash out a little bit more off of like a bar slash or a 2S compared to HC only cashing out on something like a 6S or a bar slash. So that was the difference maker, is the fact that when Daisenolgist is hitting, nothing mental. Sin's hitting a ton. So not only was there a really good game plan represented from Patachu, constantly changing up, but the fact that he played into his character's strengths of constantly cashing out was the deciding factor, without a doubt. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting set. Losers, semis, Andross versus Neos. Absolutely love these fellas. Neos, pretty sound fella from the one time that I got him new. And Andross, it's Andross, right? We all know Andross, right? He's him. He's a Potemkin brother. Let's get into it. Give me a big one, Andross and Neos. Already starting my back throw. So the interesting thing about this matchup, right, is that I think Potemkin can do very well into it, right? Potemkin has better reaching tools, can cash it a little bit more than big man Leo can. And when it comes to a round start, Leo can't really do much in it. Oh! What the fuck was that? Hold on, no, we need to go back. What? No, enhance. Play it slow motion. Hammer falls in, doesn't represent the meter, right? Doesn't use it whatsoever, okay? Hammer falls in, punishes the 2D, right? And here we come. This is the culprit, right? Sets up Meaty Garuda. What? Knows the timing to represent close Meaty Garuda to then PRC Hammerfall break to get a 2H punish on flash kicking Leo. I'm stunned. I'm genuinely stunned by that play. Andross has too much knowledge and we need to stop him. We need to stop Andross. Jeez Louise, man. He has genuinely too much tech on Potemkin. Do I love it? Yes. Do I think he's a little bit of a freak? Yes. My god, that was... He's crazy for that. Oh my... Dash a 5p. But oh my... Yeah, this is Scoop Central. This could be actually the end of the game. Good jump outs, not gonna lie, just playing patient, but gets brought back down to earth. Time to hold the 5k. Patient. Ooh, good approach though. Neos make the comeback happen potentially, but Potemkin is a very, very healthy lad. Yeah, you did a big bumble, most of the roster has 50% against Potemkin has 35. Good pickup yet again. JD pickup. Pretty nasty as well. Neo's actually on a pretty nasty comeback. This is a potential run back situation. This is quite beautiful. Oh, goal burst. Goal burst. Goal burst Gigantor. Oh, that could have been a deadly scenario. Well placed burst. YRC! Yeah, no, I feel the same news. I feel that. Yeah, Gigantor Kai. Honestly, don't YRC it. Yeah, I think that's what you should tell them. Never YRC. Never YRC it. It's not worth. It's genuinely not worth it. Out of all the scenarios I've seen YRC be a factor, it's never worth doing that on Gigantor, right? Because he tends to be outside of it. He can block your YRC. If you manage to beat the super, doesn't matter, he tends to be outside the space of it, he's able to get you. And then if you do it in the second hit, you get punished. It's never worth it. Don't ever YRC it. Oh, beautiful end here. Neo's definitely getting their flow, I would say. This is definitely their flow kicking in, as they didn't like that previous rip. Now, I've fought Neos before. An amazing Leo. I think we fought in an online bracket. Right, nice, should be able to get the kill. Yeah, we fought in an online bracket. We went 3-2, and there was points where I felt like he was disrespecting me. I think he went for dash up 5p, 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 and I'm like, are you disrespecting me? Am I getting disrespected right now? Aye, funny fella, man, funny fella. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, a back mega fist from Andross. Good burst from Neos. This is how you're able to cement an offensive run. Neos could definitely take this round. Sure, they gave up the burst, but I don't think it matters too much in the long run. You've got a bar meter. Andross is down in the health deficit. This is actually really good. Nice overhead. Has to bait the burst now. Had the meter to do so, but they're not going to give it up. Definitely still not a bad idea, as you have 2 bars of neutral, sorry, 2 bars of meter and neutral. Potemkin in the corner, but he just back thrown you. Good DP, good recognition on the Garuda. You can flash kick that one. You can absolutely flash kick that one. Oh, back throw. Left. Beautiful pick up from Neos. Aye, you need that, That's a confidence burner right there, you know? Like, lose it Potemkin in that manner, that can kill your confidence. That comeback, that ain't killing no confidence. That just brings you back into it. Love the coaching! We're getting Guilty Gear coaching mid-sets. I thought we hated that. I thought Tekken's the only one that's allowed to coach. That's crazy. Oh, big throw. Overhead. Pick up. Beautiful work from Neos, able to set up the super. And then after the super, it's about representing some pretty nasty, like, 50-50s if possible. But again, Leo can't really do that in standing stance. He can only go for a close slash meaty or try set up a lariat. At the end of the day, that's a risky play. That's a very risky play. So you'll see a lot of close slashing 9 times out of 10. Good mega fist. What a backdash! Clean backdash on the Potemkin Buster. Aye. Neo seems a bit too... What's the word I'm saying right now? He's a bit active on defense right now. We've been seeing a ton of flash kicks and a ton of backdashing, right? But the thing with Leo, backdashing and flash kicking are 2 different defensive options that cover very wide options. So for Andross, there isn't really an option that you can pick that can call out both, right? Besides like waiting. That's it. That's all you can do. Oh, we've got a burst safe routing! You're gross, man. Oh my god, I love to see the optimization from Andross. Beautiful flash kick. Looking for the stack of work. Hammer full. Knockdown Garuda. PRC. Ah, it's cheeky. He did the self again, and it turns out the Garuda is still confirmed on block. So it beats DP and flash kick, and it'll beat blocking. That's absurd. I didn't think that was the case. Andross, what you came across for the anti-DP characters? Nice super. Aye, Neo's on the comeback. Aye, this is really good for Neos. I can see it happening. I can really see it happening. I absolutely love the Leo Potemkin matchup, by the way. This is a really fun matchup. If you like Guilty Gear, and you want to fight a very even matchup with, like, pretty hefty fellas, this is it, man. Good super. Aye. Andross losing that match. Down 2-1. Neos is on the comeback. And look at the French side, bro. Look at that. That is support from the French side. Absolutely love to see it. Yeah, look at that. I mean, makes sense. French-owned tournament. Of course, the French scene is going to be there for full support. And I do see Andross' side. The 3 lads that are there for Andross. Gotta love it. Oh, good burst. Good flick. Representing a ton of it. Trying to hold the screen. What a 2S! And that's another really key button in this matchup. Besides safe jabs, which are very good against flash kick. 2S. Amazing button. Amazing button in this matchup. Can call out 2D midway. Can call out dash up. It's a pretty good tool. Nice. Good pickup. There's a lot of counter hit opportunities you get out of 2S in this matchup. Is the way I'm trying to put it. It's very good. Good jump back. Beautiful. Into the RC. Could have got a pick up here, but the burst denied it. Pretty solid there from Neos indeed. Mega Fist. PRC into the low, well defended, and Andross is just poking away. Time for the Garuda Central YRC to say not a bad idea. But the 5P denying the cross up. Pretty nasty for Andross. Good defense. Read how Leo was going to play it, and kind of brought it back there. Nice block. Try to play the poking game yet again. He's a big fan of this. I notice Andross is a big fan of using 2S in neutral in this matchup. So he understands what I understand, which is it's a pretty good button in this matchup. It's a very good button. Very nice grounded button. And I think it can hit air dashing depending on the height as well. Oh, that's nasty. Garuda. And try to call it a flash kick. Nails is not biting. He's not biting. Look at that. That's confidence. Oh, that's a backdash. What a pickup as well. No wall pickup though. Still giving you an opportunity to bring it back, but that is an unfortunate whiff on the flash kick. That's 2-2. One more to go between these two tyrants, and I've got to say, this is by far the best set of this so far. I think this set here, Game 5, is already looking exciting. But you know what? If you're a fan of the Winners Finals set with Daisenolgist and Patachu, or Soulbeater and Patriarch, I would totally get it. That was an amazing set too. God. Is it the Neos, or is it the Andross? Is it Potemkin or the Leo? Because they're both playing out of their mind. Good read there with the 5P. Ton of meaty 5Ps are being represented. And it just makes sense, right? Neos is representing flash kick multiple times, and it's a very safe meaty tool. So Neos needs to try to play into that. There must be some type of way to challenge these safe jab 5Ps. Nice knockdown. Went for 5k that time. That's allowing for the flash kick. 5k, a bit of a reactable tool, not coming out entirely. I mean by like with how active it is. It's active for 13 frames after a 10 frame startup, so you can kind of go for a flash kick during the active frames. It's reactable in that sense, because Andross is setting up for the active frames. You can see it and then flash kick. But Andross on set point, beautiful JD, gets the close slash, playing it cool. Look at this, look at this. Oh, whip punish the 2S. Now Andross getting a bit comfortable with those 2S's. You're seeing it. Neos has punished him twice for it now, I believe. And that's a pretty good whip punish. Nice 2H. Staggering. Sends it a projectile. Try to play it cool. Andross not biting with the flick so far. Went for Slide Head. Not a bad idea. Slide Head's a pretty good tool in this matchup. A good 2S yet again. Neos on the offense. Gets the overhead. We're going to get a double Luigi, I believe. But no! No super! I was looking at the wrong meter! Now Neos in a bit of a bad situation. There's the setup 5D into the Potemkin Buster. Dude, Potemkin does so much with meter. It's absurd. Flick. Back. Mega Fist. Not getting challenged because he's noticed the meter. Clever read from Neos. You can tell Neos is certainly on it in this set. He's paying attention to Andross to an absurd level. The 2D RC. Staggering. Oh, but there's not much Leo can get off of that, besides going for a greedy play like a lariat. What a dash up into a 6P. Put the chest into it, and we're going to get a double Luigi. Final game, final round between these two tyrants. Oh my god, this is looking like the set of today, lads. I'm not going to lie, this is probably my favorite set. This is a great set. Oh no! Oh no, Neos. Beautiful flash kick to deny. The Potemkin Buster, but Andross just let it rip again. Oh my god, it is hard to predict what this man's going to do on offense. The meter use jumps in. Not gonna get. He's still in. Neos still has an opportunity. Andross is kind of messing up, feeling the panic, feeling the nerves of playing in the tournament. But the hammer fall, as we know, the main thing he's really good at representing in tournaments. He's insanely good at representing it. Places it so damn well. And there's the Spanish boys hyping him up. Come on, Andross. And unfortunately, Neos is knocked out. What a lad, man. What a lad. Aye, Neos was amazing in that set. I have to say it, man. Absolutely superb. And I need to talk about what was the main deciding factor in that, and that was just how unpredictable Andross got in that final round there. If you're playing in a tournament, you're probably thinking your opponent in final round, final game scenario is going to be playing hella cautious. It's going to be playing for those like niche interaction scenarios. It's going to be playing small game. But Andross, well aware that final round is just like any other round where you've just got to play well, you've got to play your heart out, and representing Potemkin Buster a ton. And if you kind of pay attention to the previous rounds, what was represented a ton? Garuda, close slash, 5Ks, 5Ps. Not a ton of Potemkin Buster on offense, so he was well aware on defense and on offense. In this setup, in this round, it was going to be absolutely diabolical representing. You saw it. You saw it. Bro did Potemkin Buster twice in a row, despite getting punished by a flash kick. Just did it again. So that was it. That was unfortunately it. Neil's really played insanely well. There was a ton of adaptability going back and forth, making reads for those slide heads, the hammer falls, the way he's trying to play in with a lot of these big pokes like 2S's. Clean with punishment reads. But at the end of the day, man, Andross is a different monster, man. He's won 2 of these for a reason. And we're heading into losers finals. This is going to be an absolutely killer set. A run back between Daisenolgist and Andross. You can tell though, Andross is going to be a bit warmed up. Daisenolgist, a little bit of a break, so you might need a wee moment. And Potemkin's one of those characters. You kind of need to be like good to go from the get-go, because he is an absolute threat this patch. Too ready, man. Genuinely too ready. Good 2D for a knockdown. Garuda. Close slash staggers 2H into the Wild Assault. Not a bad idea. That was a good read from Daisenolgist to do the backdash there. Yeah, clean backdash. Definitely deciding factor. You've got to be willing to backdash these blue Wild Assaults, and if you don't, that's death. Let's be. Good far slash gets in with the Gigantor. And just like Daisenolgist, he sold it. Went for some type of backdash or fuzzy play, and that's costing him. Beats the YRC. This is deadly. No, he went for it again. You never expect it. Andross is really good at mixing up the Potemkin Busters. You can't guess what he's going to do. And just like Andross is on a free sweet potential. Went for another one. Again, you can't even read it. You have no idea when he's going to stop. Good blockouts. Went for it again. Bro, I mean, to be fair, it's really good to call out the roll. It's a pretty good, if you do it like fuzzy Potemkin Buster, insanely good. What a slide head. Mega Fest, that's a BRC into the call out. Had to give up burst though. Daisenolgist getting caught again. Garuda time. Close slash. 2S. Staggering. Looking for an opportunity to open up. Daisenolgist is just kind of holding it. He kind of has to because there's no resources to work with. But what a 2K 2D. Bringing it back. And just has it to bar though. So even though you're sending them through the wall, you've got to worry about that. Evidently PRC's an option. Jesus, yeah, with this hard knockdown, this could be good. Oh, what a clone! What a clone from Daisenolgist, and that's brought them back. That one clone has brought them back. Oh, I missed that. Take me back to BSF, boys. Take me back. Still set point, though. Oh, and that's a bad way to start. Good deflect shield, though. Ain't gonna matter too much. You've given up so many resources, so you've just got to play well from here. Good pick up. Should be able to send him through the wall. Not going to deal a massive amount of damage. Potemkin, fairly healthy, man. We know this. He has protein. He has veggies. Oh no, good burst. That's a bar. Oi! Oh, what a flag! Garudas. Close slash jumps in. JD, JS, JH. Potemkin Buster! And that's it. That's all she wrote. That is it. That means grand finals is going to be Patachu and Andross, and I've got to say, Jesus Christ, that was a very good set from Andross, right? Daisenolgist, I felt like wasn't entirely into it, right? You bet him in winner's side, so you're showing that you've got that knowledge. Sadly, couldn't do it again because Andross is kind of feeling himself right now. He's confident, he's warmed up, plays better from losers in my opinion. Now you're heading into a grand final set where Patachu is sitting confidently, waiting. Want to represent for the French lads, and Andross is approaching the demon himself. I cannot wait. Alright, so this is a big one, right? Andross has already got a ton of points on the leaderboard, and this would shoot him up, I believe, 200, right? Jonesy said it. So this is a big deal. Andross could really head up the points, or Patachu can head up himself. Who knows? Both of these players absolutely need it to try and qualify Dark World Tour. At the end of the day, I hope either one of them gets it. But who knows, man. Who knows. Patachu already off to an amazing start, though. Should be able to send him through the wall. And the thing is, both these characters are kind of tanky. They're kind of tanky. You're not going to see a ton of damage still, even with this Potemkin. Okay, I mean, Potemkin does a ton of damage, but yeah, no, both these characters fairly tanky. Fairly tanky. Oh, what a backdash. Good throw. The other thing as well, Sin can actually deal a lot of damage himself. So you can see it. Should be able to tie it up. Tyrant Rave gonna be able to kill. Yeah, and you're seeing it. You're right. Both of them are tanky, but at the end of the day, both of them can deal a lot of damage. Now that doesn't look like a lot, but you gotta keep in mind Potemkin has 5 guts. He has 5 guts and like a 0.93 modifier, so he's tanky as hell. Oh, Potemkin Buster represented. Good, confirm here with the knockdown. This is the DP safe Garuda that he's labbed out. For some reason he has them. Should be able to kill. Beautiful work. Alright, both of them taking a game back to back. Sorry, round back to back. Showing that they both understand how to play into each other. But who knows, man. Who knows? It's going to need a lot of time. Try to go for a DP bait. Nice 2H to bring you right down to earth for a clean hit. Trading on their longest tool, the beat driver in the flick. And that is a good whip punish on the 2S. 2S, again, another really good tool in this matchup. Can call out things like Elk Hunt, beat driver, and star up. So it makes sense to represent it. But it can be whip punish, and Patriarch cleverly punishing it. Slide head. Beat driver tries to get in, but decides to back up. Look out for a DP. Again, Andross is kind of DP baiting right now. Try to read the potential DPs that can be represented from Patachu. And we're not seeing him. Patachu's just kind of held on to them ever since they did it in that previous starting. So it's kind of mad. Oh, that gotta be enough. Has burst, has a bar, but I don't know if Andross can be able to use it. That help is so minuscule. Good tech in the throw. That could have been death. I don't think Andross had enough health for that slide head, but good jump in. Patachu taking the first game. Now, slide head's not a bad tool representing this matchup. You can call out a lot of normals. You can call out beat driver. Yeah, you saw it right there. You can call out a ton of approaches. The only time you lose is on approach hoof stomp and an aerial read. But if your slide heads are placed well enough, you get this type of damage. And Potemkin does a ton of damage, so don't let it happen. Nice Tyrant Rave. Ooh, solid 40% chunk. As we know, Potemkin will be dealing more damage than Sin in this matchup, but at the end of the day, both of them can deal a lot. This should be enough. No! Oh, that's a shame. Still has the meaty though. That's the positive about that DP. If the first set misses, you can still get okay. But what a mega fist read to call it the backdash. Andross definitely try to get himself back into the set. You can tell, like, he's stressing, right? He's stressing, he's stretching, he's trying to get everything going. Good slide heads, but that was a very good jump in read. Patachu unfortunately missed the counter hit timing. And it's a very nice pickup here. Gonna be able to deal some solid damage, send them through the wall. Now Andross, having the bar, has a definite advantage despite the fact that Patachu has positive bonus, but with the meter gone, ain't gonna matter too much. The momentum shifted. It's now Patachu's side to take this round. Oh boy, slide head. Good blocks. Gets the 6k, and that should be enough. Gets the pickup. Aye. Good read for the 6k Patachu. Amazing read. That was certainly a deciding 6k for that round then. That 2S is absurd. I've said it before, 2S is a very underrated tool. It's a good counter hit tool, but it's amazing for calling out jumps and like tools like Elk Hunt and Fast Crawl. Insanely good. Ooh. I love Carabacks. Take me back. Take me back to the Caraback. Good pickup. Whoa! Jesus! Oh, you're not dead. You're not dead. I've seen this combo many a times. You're not dead. You're still alive. But your HP is absurdly low. But you've got 2 bars of meter. Oh, the trade. The 5p check 1-1 now. Jesus. Back into it. Oh, Jesus. Already gave up a decent bit of health at the burst. 5H. Flick. holding the ground. Big 5H yet again. Try to play a cool, calm, collected game. You're seeing it, both of them going back and forth with these like delayed jumps, beat driver and flick. But the one who gains the advantage in the jumping game, of course, Patachu. Sin has better jump buttons, better aerials, and that was a ton of damage, right? This is what I'm talking about. The damage is big for both sides. So at the end of the day, the health doesn't matter too much. Good cross up to escape the corner here. Clever read from Andross. Good backdash. Unfortunately, the burst denied that. Pretty clever. Oh, the overhead. I believe Patachu can win this round without a doubt. Yeah, this should be enough. Tyrant Rave. Ugh! Good cash out. This is getting scary, man. Jesus, both of them are playing their minds out, man. Genuinely, both of them are playing insanely well. Good burst. Hammerfall gonna get punished. Good punish from Patachu. The Tyrant Rave sends you through the wall. Good cash out as well. After this, you can actually run some pretty nasty Oki. And Patachu opts to stay safe, going for the stagger offense. Gets the overhead RC into the pickup. But no stamina or meter to work with at the time. Not going to matter too much. Tyrant Rave after that 6p connection. And to think, that used to do more damage. Whoa! 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 What an air throw! Jesus! I saw the Heavenly. I saw the PRC and I'm like, oh god, he could be dead. Clean air throw from Patachu. And it seems like that French energy, being in the French crowd, is certainly powering him up. Here we go though. Round start 2D. Andross, are you losing a bit of leeway with that burst? And Patachu already taking a mile. Jesus. Oh wait, start. Do this. Pressure going, good 6k, unfortunately can get anything. Patachu on the offense gets the overhead, solid pickup. Should be able to deal some solid damage with the 5k 6h loops. Just to build up stamina. That was the only reason they did that. They have stamina, but they wanted to build up even more. Bit of a break, I'm back. This is the positive about watching this, as like, compared to commentating live, you could just take breaks midway and then come back. But my god, Patachu is certainly on it. Could take the round very easily, only needs one clean hit, but not going to get it as Andross is just kind of playing patient, using their meter to kind of like wait them up. But what an air throw for Patriarch, and Blood is hopping off. He is popping off. You see that? You see that? What's hitting his pad and everything? Good blocks. Approaching, go for the glow slash, staggering, decides to back up. A lot of patient play, certainly be represented from Patachu. Well aware, doesn't need to take that space just yet. Potemkin is the one that needs to take the space, and you're seeing why 2S is so important in this matchup. Denying the startup. Oh! Oh my god, his combos are too ridiculous. Back throw. Patachu actually has a dominating scenario here. Can definitely take it. Good throw. But that health deficit is so low. But they have so much to work with. Look at the stamina, look at the burst, look at the meter. Patachu's just kind of got a shoe in and winning this. Good offense. Tries to chase in the air. No, backs up. I like that. I like that for Patachu. Does it go for an air throw? Decides to back up, hold the ground space. It's more important. No DP. Good 2p check. Not enough to kill. The Hammerfall chip does it though. Jeez. What happened? Are you kidding me, bro? On the potential final round, production messed up. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's actually crazy that happened there. I'm shocked. I'm shook even. Oh, good far slash to get in. Patachu again winning his way in. Gets it. Should be able to wall break with the Tyrant Rave. And this is just a deadly scenario. Andross may be sitting on 2 bars essentially. But being able to utilize it is a different matter, man. PRC has another bar. What a JH Hammerfall. PRC again goes for the low. Good pickup. Goes for the 5p safe jab. Keeping it cool. Collecting. Gets it again. Represent the offense. And he just stares at him. He just stares at him. Patachu. Not giving a damn though. Could have been grabbed multiple times, but doesn't care. Should be enough. That's it. That's it. Right to the lightning. Send it to the wall. Patachu has finally won a big tournament, and it was at Mixup in home town. You've gotta love that. That's home right there. He won in home. Jesus. Beautiful. Well done, Andross, to get in the second place, but Patachu finally got a big win. Everyone is just so proud of him, man. That's amazing. Beautiful. So what that came down to was the fact that Patachu just did not give a damn. Like, they didn't get scared, they didn't get caught by the fear. It happens all the time when you fight Potemkin. The fear kicks in, you know? And what does that mean? What's the fear? Potemkin Buster! He stared at Andross, just walking towards him, doing nothing. And he didn't fall for the fear. If he fell for the fear, that was it. Andross lost. But he didn't. Oh, I'm talking to the tyrants. That's funny. Anyway, didn't fall to it. Didn't fall to the fear. And because of that, that's allowed Patachu to win and knock out Andross. And Andross, despite putting on quite the show, getting to this point, getting to the grand finals, he's already won 2. He has a ton of points. He's going to have even more points to work with coming second. But at the end of the day, Patachu's now in a position for potentially qualifying for Arc World Tour. They just need to stick to every tournament from here on out. Insanity to medal. Kinda wish that man could get a top 3, maybe a top 2. Bro played his heart out, but you know, he'll take what he can get for sure. Amazing work from the player. And then in third place, ooh, look at that, ooh, jazz hands. Ooh, Daisenolgist. Oh, bro. Bro got a big throw. It's not easy. It's not easy for the TOs to get that on there. Don't blame him. Don't blame him. No, I've had like funny story because of my long hair. I always just tell the TO to like either like give it to me. I'll put it on. Just the second place. Or I'll take my hair up. Right, I'll take my hair out and just hold it like that. I'm like, yeah, stick it on. I'm like, I'll hold it and be like, yeah, stick it on. Like, as you see, I'm starting to bald a wee bit, but as was, you know, we gotta say goodbye to this at some point. Well done, Andross, coming second place, and they're hyping up first place because of the French entrant, one of the main boys. Soon as way in, Patachu first place with the Mixup trophy. Congratulations! Oh, look at that medal. Look at that medal. That's a clean medal, that, isn't it? That's a clean medal, that. Oh my god. But what a way to end it. Yeah, Patachu gets a run he finally deserves. Finally is able to win one of these big tournaments. But the thing is, doesn't mean he's guaranteed Arc World Tour. He has to take part in as many tournaments as he wants to try and stick in. Whereas Andross, he's collected a ton of points at this point where it's like, I think just going there is enough. Getting top 8 is enough now. So, I can imagine it getting it. Also, commentators, peacing out. Thank you, Jonesy and C4. Absolute goats. Love them when comps. But after that, oh, TOs haven't changed the camera. Commentators are having fun. But yeah, what a tournament. Patachu finally wins a big one that he absolutely deserves. Knocking out Andross, playing immaculately. And I've got to say, I cannot wait for the next big tournament because there's a tournament like every goddamn weekend. Evo's coming up. And that's something I can't wait to cover. I'm going to be covering pool sets during Evo, by the way. That's how fucking tense that shit's going to be. But yeah, that's me. Hope you guys like and subscribe and all that good stuff. This is going to be out while I'm away on holiday with my boys because I will be gone for a week and I need something for content while I'm about. So yeah, peace out, and I hope you guys have a good one. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya!